Hi friends, welcome to Stay Stitching. My name is Carla and I'm glad you're here. Today is Friday, so it's Free Pattern Friday and I have some fun things to share with you today. But first, look what I got today at the thrift store. It's an acorn. Isn't it the cutest? Now, that's not all. This is Daddy Acorn. This is Mama Acorn. Isn't she cute? Very jolly. She must have a housekeeper. And here's Baby Acorn. I just thought these things were the cutest. I mean, they're just so weird. And not 10 minutes ago, my son noticed these sitting here and he was like, those are odd. That's an odd thing for you to buy. And I was like, aren't they the best? I love them. And he was like, well, aren't they a little bit racist? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he said, well, they're wearing those straw hats. And I'm like, they're acorns. And acorns don't care if we make little containers out of them. They love to be immortalized in ceramic containers. So anyway, I hope you think those are as fun and kitschy as I do. They're the sum total of my fall decorating so far. I do have some fake leaves and some other stuff I might toss around later, but I'm not really into it. I do have one girlfriend who, she is over the top with the decorating. My goodness, the decorating happens over at her house, and I just think that I'm just going to let her decorate for both of us. So people can go to her house to see decorations and my house to see chaos and weirdness. Yeah. So, fun patterns today. This first pattern, 3555, this is a simplicity. And by the way, I've mentioned this before. I don't know why all these patterns are so chewed up. I mean, I got them in big, either my sister found them at a garage sale or, you know, I bought them in a big lot or something. But they're still beautiful, even though the envelopes are not in good shape. I believe that this one is from the very early 60s, 1960, 61, 62. It's the cutest shirt dress ever. I love it. There's a 3/4 sleeve and there's a short sleeve, and it's just beautiful. I think you could make this right now and you would be just fine. This is a Mrs. size 12 with a bust of 32. And so if you're not that size, grade up, you know, I mean, it's adorable. If you're within a few sizes of a pattern, from what I understand, I'm not an expert at this. From what I understand, if you're within a few sizes of a pattern, you can grade up without compromising the integrity of the pattern at all. This one's hilarious. No one's going to want this, but I just wanted to show you anyway. This is Simplicity 5047, and this one's from the 70s. 1972, baby. There you go. Right there. Look at the collar on that bad boy. I actually think the rest of the shirt is super good. I think that if you just made that collar a little bit smaller, which would be pretty easy to do, I would get in there with my seam gauge and just, you know, move around the inside of the pattern. This is a size 42. So that's going to be a size 16 neck and 42 chest. Now, remember, Viv Mom Sews is, not Viv Mom Sews, Stitches and Seams. Her name's Vivian. Stitches and Seams is sponsoring Sew Man Pants this month. And there's prizes, including a $25 gift certificate from Mayfield Fabric. So you could win $25 to spend in our shop. And if you need a man shirt pattern, here you go. This one, I think, I don't know what my problem is. I turn the video on and suddenly I start choking over nothing because there's nothing in my mouth. I'm gonna have to pause the video. Okay, I'm back from a very sophisticated episode of nearly choking to death, apparently on my own saliva. I don't know. So, this next one is Butterick 3349, and it's pretty awesome. This is definitely a 70s pattern, and I think it would work well right now today, and it's super simple. 4 pattern pieces, you guys. 4. I love the sound of that. This is a size 14, which is 36 bust, 28 waist, 38 hip. And this pattern would be exceedingly simple to grade up if you don't fall into that size range. Don't be too nervous about it. If I'm drinking and I start to have another choking episode, I can say that I was choking on my drink instead of on nothing. Okay, so I mostly chose this one as a joke, although the dress that is not the wedding dress here is actually kind of cute. This is Simplicity 7260. Oh yeah. Do you know why I escaped wearing something this hideous on my wedding day? Because I was married in 1988, December of 88. And so I could have done this, but instead I wore my mother's incredibly beautiful wedding dress. And so I wore a traditional wedding dress with nothing weird on it, no weird headdresses, no weird lace. Look, there's bows on there too, right there. Look at the line drawing, people. Scarlett O'Hara would love this thing. But the bridesmaid's dress is not too bad. It has those real cute little gathered sleeves, and it has a, I think the bodice goes like this. It only has the back on the back, but you can see that. This is in a size 16. Size 16 is 38 bust, 30 waist, and 9 inches below the hip, 40 inches. So there's that one. And then this one, I actually bought this one because I had this fantasy that someday I would make this cute little case. That is never going to happen. I'm never going to make this case, but maybe you are. It's pretty cool. So if you like making things like this, then there you go. Okay, now I'm going to put these down because they're just going to fall. Let's talk about the winners from last week. I maybe should have started with that. So, last week's we had 28 unique commenters, and ChelzHeartsART was the winner. She did not leave a pattern that she wanted, so she may not have been interested in any of the patterns. She was just being nice because she's a nice girl. Number 2 was me, M-I-E. She is also very nice. She says the kindest things. And she wanted the slip pattern. That slip pattern was the popular one of that bunch. And then, if neither of those work out, then number 3 was Christina M10, and she also wanted the slip pattern. So those are last week's winners. Congratulations, girls. I will get those out to you as soon as I get your address. You can find my email address on the YouTube, on the About section. Click that where it says About, I think, and then then there's like a business inquiries or something, and you'll find my email in there. Or you can DM me on Instagram at Mayfield Fabric and let me know your information there. Okay, I wanted to tell you about the top that I'm wearing. This is McCall's 7356. There's my little swatch there of this fabric. It's, and I made view A. Bought this pattern new on sale for $2. The fabric was thrifted. It's just 100% cotton fabric, probably a quilting cotton. And I really love this top. I cut out a size 22. I should have cut something much, much smaller than that. And when I went to put this on, it was so big in the shoulders that what I did in the neckline, I couldn't even really keep it on. There's really no way you can see this, but I folded over. I took 2 inches in on both sides of the shoulders. So I just pinched a whole inch of seam allowance and then folded it over. So there was an inch from the front and an inch from the back, folded that over and sewed that back down. And I get a lot of compliments on this, and I really like it. I will make this view again. Again, that was, I don't know what I said. I would lower the front hem by 1 inch. I think the rest of it is pretty much an okay fit. As I'm learning more about fitting, it's interesting to put on garments that I made a year or 2 or 3 years ago and see what I did right and what isn't working. So then the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the Mayfield Fabric Challenge. I will be drawing the winner. I will be announcing the winner probably next Friday in the Free Pattern Friday video. And for those of you who are new to my channel, first of all, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. It's a big thrill to have each and every one of you, and I love having a conversation with you down in the comments. It means a lot to me, and I enjoy it immensely. So thank you and welcome. I think that some people, because I was not clear, not because they couldn't figure it out, but some people did not realize that the object of the challenge is for you to go choose fabric from the store and then come back and say what you chose, and then both of us make something from it. So that's why if you are looking at the vintage fabric, there needs to be at least 5 yards available so that we can each have 2.5 yards. Now, if you're a teeny tiny little slip of a thing, and maybe there's only, 4.5 yards or whatever available, and you think that you can get by with 2 yards or whatever, then I can use the rest. I don't mind doing that at all. But our vintage fabrics are all labeled and how much there is available. So you can, if it's a by the piece, which all of the ones that are 5 yards and under, we sell by the piece. So when you see that price there, if it says $20 or whatever, or $25 in the vintage section, what that means is you're getting the 5 yards for $25. It's not $25 per yard. And so that's why we need to have at least 5 yards so that both of us can get a garment out of it. And so then you just come back and tell me what it was, and then if you win, then I send you your piece of fabric, and then I make something from the other piece of fabric. If it's a new fabric, then, I send you your 2.5 yards, and I make whatever I want because I have all of the fabric. So let's see if I covered all the rules. Pick a fabric, come back under the challenge video, which I will link below, and tell me what you want. And then we both sew a garment. It's a 5-yard minimum on the vintage, and the reveal for October's Mayfield Fabric Challenge will be December 1st. That gives you about 6 weeks or so, maybe 5, to get your garment made up. And your reveal for YouTube needs to be December 1st. And then if you're doing Instagram, then you can do it differently. You can do, I want you to do 5 different posts on 5 different days. And so you can do that during your sewing process or however you want to do it. That's fine with me. And so that's all I had about vintage, about the Mayfield Fabric Challenge. Oh, there's one thing. I have to go get it. Hold on. Sorry. Very professional, I know. I had to run downstairs and get this. So, this week, I got a package from, does it say where it's from? From Davie Avenue, Knoll Hill, Milton Keynes. That's in Great Britain. And I was like, well, that's very interesting because I didn't order anything. And I could feel that it felt like it was fabric. The girl who won my 500 subscriber contest, her name is Yasmin, and she won my 500 subscriber contest, and I sent her some of our black rayon Yoru, which is a very popular, if you want to see it in action. Crystal Sews and Stuff just did a video where she shows that top, and I think that she nailed it. She made the perfect top for the fabric. So go look at her latest video. And she also made a super cute dress. And so you can look at that. But Yasmin sent me this gorgeous fabric, and it's Liberty. I have some Liberty. And it's so pretty. This is right up my alley. There's beautiful greens, it's so pretty. Several shades of green, and the background it's that black, gray, dark green that you can't really even tell what it is, or very, very dark blue. You guys, I'm sorry about my throat clearing. Have a little problem. But can you believe how nice and thoughtful that was? I mean, for Pete's sake, she won my giveaway, and she sends me fabric. The sewing community is incredible. Every single day, when I watch all of the other YouTubers' videos, and when I read all my comments, it's just so nice to be a part of this community. And I was not feeling myself this week. Monday and Tuesday were not good days. Nothing bad happened. I don't know why I wasn't feeling myself. My friends were saying maybe it's the change in season, and that could very well be. I'm very susceptible to light changes, and I go into darkest despair whenever we change when we change our time, but that hasn't happened yet, so I wasn't sure. And then I'm gonna have to refilm this video. Then one day I get home from work, and there is this lovely gift with a lovely letter from Yasmin. So Yasmin, if you are watching this, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You really, really know how to make a girl's day. And I'm going to have to figure out what very, very special thing I'm going to make with this fabric. I haven't even put it away yet. I keep it by my chair, and I pet it now and then because it's so pretty. My teenager is upstairs, and he laughed when I said that. So, one more thing. Troy and I went out on the town today. And by that, I mean, we went to the Goodwill and bought acorns with lids on them. And we went everywhere. We went to Tuesday Morning. We went to ARC. We went to Joann's. We went to a new Mexican food restaurant, and it was disgusting. I ordered a taco salad, and it had that meat that's so fine. The little pieces of the beef are like porridge. I couldn't eat it. I left it there. I should have asked for my money back. It was gross. So anyway, we did that, and we went to Hobby Lobby as well, because Hobby Lobby has Simplicity on for $2.99. Now, I want this to go down in history because this is a new record. I bought one pattern. More pants, because we all know what an expert I am at sewing pants. And so I need to have a lot of pants patterns because I'm an expert at sewing pants. This is 8056. And I don't think I already own these. And I think they're great. Love those pants. Okay. Then Troy picked out this pattern and brought it over and sat down at the table. And I said, honey, we already have that pattern. And so he went and put that back because I had bought this for him like a month ago. And then he picked out this pattern. So maybe some shirts will happen around here. Probably Troy, the adventurous sewer, the sewer who has no fear, he'll probably make one of these and it'll be perfect. And I'll be over there sewing my elastic waist skirts because apparently that's what I'm able to sew really, really well. So anyway, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic weekend. I hope you liked some of those silly patterns that I showed you. And I hope, if you haven't had time yet, that you will go over to the store and look at what we have to offer and maybe come back to the Mayfield Challenge video that I uploaded on Monday, the 1st, and come back and tell me what you would want. And we have a big order of art gallery fabric that shipped today, so it'll be here sometime, I hope, in the next week. I am drawing for this on next Friday, and I don't know if we'll have the fabric by then, but we still have a lot of good stuff in the store right now. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.